Okay, class, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So let's start our day with a prayer. So may I request this May Ann to lead the prayer.
Please put yourself in the presence of God and in the presence of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you for this day. God has for the knowledge and wisdom and help us understand all that. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Alright, thank you, class. So before you take your seats now, make sure that your chairs are well aligned, and if there are some pieces of paper, maybe just pick it. So, alright, you may now take your seat. So, are all present?
Yes, sir.
Alright, very good. Thank you so, hello students. I am Rex Subida, your math instructor for today. So, to have an effective classroom, we need to have a classroom rules. So, our classroom rules. So, anyone can read? Oh yes, Mr. Jerome.
Classroom rules. Please behave during class discussion. You are not allowed to go out, stand, and roam around while the teacher is discussing. Third, be honest during quiz time. Fourth, listen to the teacher's instruction and be attentive all the time. Fifth, if there is question, raise your hand when the teacher is done presenting.
Alright, thank you so much, Jerome. So, I hope that we're going to meet all of these objectives at the end of our lessons. So, class, I have a condition. If you manage to meet all our classroom rules, you will have an additional points to your written quiz. But if one of you fail to manage our classroom rules, still you will get an additional points. And if there are more than one of you fail to manage our classroom rules, I am generous enough. I am still going to give you 1 point for your additional 1 point for your written quiz. So anyone from the class, what was our topic last meeting? Anyone? Yes, Mayan.
Last meeting, we tackled about classifications of polynomials according to the use.
Alright, thank you so much, Ms. Mayan. Right now, you still remember our previous topic. So, I have prepared an activity for you. Okay, so let's have first an activity. So this activity is entitled Complete Me with a direction. Identify the word or words by filling up the missing letters. So for number 1, who wants to identify the missing letters? Yes, Shamir?
So for first letter we have O, L, N, I, A, and it forms the word polynomial.
Yes, thank you so much. Very good. So, how about for number 2? Yes, Jessa?
The missing letters are A and C, and it forms the word factor.
Thank you so much. Very good. How about for number 3?
So
Yes, Shamir?
for number 3, sir, we have O, I, N, G, R, O, and L, E, and it forms the word solving problems.
Yes, thank you so much. So, how about for number 4? Yes, Jessa.
Sir, the missing letters are N, O, A, and L, and it forms the word monomials.
Thank you so much, no? And lastly, for number 5, yes, Shamir?
So for the number 5, sir, the missing letters are R, I, M, I, and L, and it formed the word trinomials.
Thank you so much. Alright, so based from the activity, what will be our topic? Yes, Jessa.
Our topic, sir, is all about polynomials.
Thank you so much. So let's have first the objectives. Who wants to read? Yes, Taiba.
The objectives at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to first define polynomials, second solve basic problem involving polynomial, and the third one participate actively during class discussion.
Alright, thank you so much, Taiba. And also at the end of the lessons, I am hoping that we're going to meet all of these objectives. So, obviously, our topic is all about polynomial. So, when you hear the word polynomial, what does it comes to your mind? Anyone? Yes, Catherine.
For me, sir, if polynomial, it has terms, it has variables, it has the exponent, and then it is in a rational form in which P over Q, where Q is not equal to 0.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Catherine. So let's find out no, if Catherine mentioned earlier is correct about polynomials. So who wants to read? Yes, Mayan.
Polynomial is made up of two terms, namely poly, meaning many, and nomial, meaning terms. A polynomial is defined as an expression which is composed of variables, constant, and exponent that are combined using the mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. No division operation by a variable. Based on the numbers of terms present in the expression, it is classified as monomial, binomial, and trinomial.
Right, thank you so much, Mayan. No? So polynomial, it is made up of one or more terms. So those terms are classified by monomial, binomial, and trinomial. So let's identify what is monomial, binomial, and trinomial. So for monomial, who wants to read? Yes, Catherine.
A monomial is an expression which contains only one term. For an expression to be a monomial, the single term should be a non-zero term. A few examples of monomials are 5 times 3, 6a raised to 4, 5x raised to 3, 6a raised to 4, negative 3xy.
Alright, thank you so much, Catherine. No? So monomial consists only in one terms in an expression. So if there is only one term, so how about 5x plus 2x? Is it considered as monomial?
No, sir.
Yes, basically, the presence of 5x plus 2x is not considered as monomial. But if you're going to combine them, 5x plus 2x, since they have the same variable, the same exponent, they produce a single number. So 5 plus 2 equals to 7, and then copy the variable x. So the answer of that expression produces a monomial. Is that clear?
Yes,
sir.
Do you have any questions regarding to monomial? Alright, let's proceed with the second. So binomial, who wants to read? Yes, Glenn.
A binomial is a polynomial expression which contains exactly two terms. A binomial can be considered as a sum or difference between two or more monomials. A few examples of binomials are negative 5x plus 3, 6a to the power of 4 plus 17x, xy to the power of 3 plus xy.
Right, thank you so much, Glenn. Also, obviously, monomial consists of two terms. So physically viewing with my example right before the 5x plus 2x, so physical they are binomial itself. But if you're going to combine it, so it produces a monomial. So in this situation, it produces two terms in an expression. So from negative 5x plus 3, you cannot add them because 5 has a variable. So obviously, 5x is one term and then 3 is one term. The same with the second example and the third example. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, thank you. Next one, we have trinomial. Who wants to read? Yes, Jerome.
A trinomial is an expression which is composed of exactly three terms. A few examples of trinomial expressions are negative a 4 to the 4th power plus 2x plus 7. Next is 4x squared plus 9x plus 7.
Right, thank you so much, Jerome. No? So, trinomial consists of three terms. So class, in monomial, it consists one term. In binomial, it consists two terms. And in trinomial, it consists three terms. So do you have any questions regarding to the types of polynomials?
Yes, sir.
Alright, sir. Alright, thank you so much, no? So, I have prepared here an activity for you. So, this is an individual activity. So, direction. try to solve the different example and identify what types of polynomial it is. So, you need to solve number 1, 5x plus x. Number 2, x squared plus 3x plus x. And then number 3. So, I'll give you 1 minute to solve that equation, expressions. You have 10 seconds left. Okay, time's up. So for number 1, who wants to answer? Yes, Taiba.
Answer of 6x.
And what type of polynomial?
Polynomial, sir.
Thank you so much. Let's give a hand to Miss Taiba. How about for number 2? Yes, Kaz.
X squared plus 4x, sir.
Alright, thank you so much. And what type of polynomial it is?
Binomial, sir.
Alright, let's give a hand to Kaz. How about for number 3? Yes, Catherine.
2x squared plus 7x minus 1.
2x squared plus
7x
7x.
minus 1.
Alright, very good. And what type of polynomial it is? Alright, let's give a hand to Catherine. You know, so since you really understand our topic about the different types of polynomials and its example. So I have also prepared. So try to solve the different equations. So I am going to give you 3 minutes for that. And I need 3 volunteers to solve on the board in order for us to check it, okay? So who are done to solve for number 1? Yes, Mayan. Can you solve on the board for number 1? Is this your final answer, Mayan? Alright, so let's try to solve now if Mayan got the correct answer for number 1. So with a given, negative 6x minus 3, they are enclosed with the parentheses and they are connected with the operations of subtraction. And then plus positive 2x plus 2. So since we cannot combine them directly, so we need first to distribute the negative sign to the second parenthesis. So since it is positive, so when we're going to multiply, when we're going to distribute the negative side to the positive 2, it becomes negative 2. Yes, negative 2x. So how about in this 2, it also becomes negative 2. So since since it becomes negative and this one is negative, so all we need is going to combine like terms. So first we need to combine these terms and these terms. So by combining it, negative 6x plus negative 2x, negative 8x. So this may got the correct answer for the first term. So we also need to combine these two terms. So the 3 and the negative 2. So when you're going to combine it, it produces number?
5. Negative 5.
Yes, negative 5. So Mayan got the correct answer. So let's give a hand for Mayan. So how about for number 2? Who wants to solve? Yes, Jerome. Alright, thank you, Jerome. So let's check if Jerome's answer is correct. So these two expressions are connected with the addition sign. Since if we're going to distribute the addition sign to the second expression, it produces the same with the positive 5x, positive 4x. So all we need to do is to combine 3x and 5x. So when you add 3x and 5x, it produces
8x.
Alright. Jerome got the correct answer for the first term. And when you add 2 and 4,
6.
yes, 6. 6. So Jerome got the correct answer. So let's give a hand for Jerome. So how about for number 3? Who wants to solve? Yes, Kaz. So let's check if Kaz's answer is correct. So the same procedure with number 1, we're going to distribute the negative side to the second expression. So the positive 4x will become negative and the negative 3x will become positive 3. And then combine like terms. So you need to combine 6x and 4x. So 6x minus 4x.
2x.
Yes, exactly 2x. And then combine positive 2 and positive 3.
Positive 5.
Yes, exactly. So Kaz got the correct answer. So let's give a hand for Kaz. So as a sort of recalling what we've discussed earlier, no? So what is polynomials? Anyone? Anyone? Yes, Catherine.
Polynomial is can be divided into consists of monomial, binomial, and trinomial, and it has variables, terms, constants, and exponents.
Alright, thank you so much, Miss Catherine. No, you got the correct answer. So next question. What are the operations used in polynomials? Yes, Mayan.
The operation used in polynomials are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and multiplication.
Alright, thank you so much, no, Mayan, no? So the next question is, what are the types of polynomials? Yes, Jerome.
Types of polynomials are, first is monomial, second is binomial, third is trinomial.
Alright, thank you so much, no? So you've got the correct answers for all the questions that I am questioning, that I thrown to you. So I've prepared a group activity for you, class. So since this group activity consists of 3 groups and there are 6 of you, it will be by pair. So 1 girl, 1 boy. Alright, no? So let's group Glenn and Catherine, Kaz and Leanne, and then Jerome and Taiba. So you need your answers will be in that on that paper. Okay, so be on your group, on your pair rather. Ano? So did you get what are you going to do? You need to create 3 examples of the different types of polynomials. So there are 3 types of polynomials: monomial, binomial, and trinomial. So create 3 examples. And then your output will be graded according to accuracy and presentation. So in accuracy, for you to get perfect points, present 3 examples of each types of polynomials. 3 points, lacking 1 example in presenting. 1 point, lacking more than 1 example in presenting. And for presentation, you get a perfect score if very well presented, shows interest in presenting. 3 points, not well presented. 1 point, shows no interest in presenting. So I'll give you 3 minutes to do the task. And then I am going to ask one of you to present your answer to the class. If you're done, just tell me if you're done. You done?
Yes, sir.
So let's wait for. Alright, since you're done, so let's put some twist in this in presenting your output. So before you present, you need to do the mahal ang gasolina clock. Did you know what it is?
Wala, sir.
So mahal ang gasolina clock. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mahal ang gasolina. Nakuha lang?
Yes, sir.
And then after they present, the students who are listening will do the paru-paru clock. Did you know what is paru-paru clock?
No, sir.
Alright, the paru-paru clock will 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, paru-paru G. Alright, did you get it, class?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
See, who wants to present first? Sige, let's have Jerome and Taiba. You need to do the mahal gasolina clock first.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go!
1, 2, 3, go. So, mahal ang gasolina.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mahal ang gasolina.
Okay, you may now present your output.
So this is our output. So we are the group dragon. Number 1 is 5x, which is monomial. Number 2 is 6x plus 2, which is binomial. And number 3 is 5x squared plus 2x minus negative 9, which is binomial.
Alright, thank you so much, Jerome. No? And what you're going to do after you present? You need to do the paru-paru G clap. See, stand up.
1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Paru-paru G.
Alright, thank you so much. So, who wants to present? Okay, Mayan and Cass.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mahal ang gasolina.
Okay, you may start presenting.
So, good morning everyone. I am the representative of Chocolate Gatas Group. So, first 3 examples of monomial is 2x cubed, 5x tapos negative x. For binomial, 2x plus 5, 5x minus 8, and 9x plus 3. For trinomial, x squared plus 3x minus 1, 1000x squared plus 10x plus 1, 8x squared plus x plus 2.
Alright, thank you so much, Mayan, in the group. So, what you're going to do is to do the paru-paru G claps. Okay, stand up. Sige, 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, paru-paru G.
Alright, thank you so much. Okay, last presenter, we now present your answer. But before that, do the mahal gasolina clap.
Sige na.
1, 2, 3, go!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Thank you so much. Okay, you may now present your output.
So we are the group Nagom. So we have the monomial. So our example of monomial is 6ab, negative 6ab, 2xy, 5cd. So we have the binomial 8x plus 1, 2x plus 5, 3ab plus 4. Then we have the trinomial 6x squared, x squared plus 2x plus 1, then x cubed plus y squared plus 1, then x squared plus 2b plus 1.
Alright, thank you so much, Glenn and the group. So, what you're going to do is to do the G class. Sige, 1, 2, 3, go!
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Alright, are you excited to know your scores?
Yes,
Alright, so for the first presenter, since they just presented 3 examples, and obviously, in the criteria how presented, when you're lacking more than 1 example, you get 1 point in accuracy. But in presentation, still they're well presented, they're after the you get 6 points. So, for Mayan and Cascade, they present 3 examples in each time. Very well presented, they got 10 points. And for Catherine and Ben, they also present 3 examples in each type, and they presented well. So they've got 10 points. Alright. Alright. So since you managed to meet our classroom rules, I am going to give you an additional 10 points each of you. Alright. So okay, as a sort of review of what we just discussed earlier, let's have our quiz.